It's a time to start to show you DTide Prep. So DTide is this thing called here we call D Zone, and we have 5 waves, and I have to make 5 teams with unique awakeners and unique wheels. So how do I start to prepare for this? All right. Well, one thing that I would love to have is my account level 45 before I do this. I don't know if I'm going to get there. I'm going to try, but I have to do level 8 first, or chapter 8 first. We'll see if I can get this up there. I just did a whole bunch of stuff from P-Dive to try to raise my level up, so you can see this is all completely done. I might have to do some other stuff, but I might only get like 1 or 2 more levels, so I'm going to be like 43. Why am I looking for 45? Well, one of the big parts for 45, let's just go to my team here, is that I can't level up more of their cards. So to go higher for this, it says keeper level 45. And I'd like to be 45 before I go to DTide, but we'll see. Okay, let's look at the first component of building your teams. On your teams, you're going to want a damage dealer. So you see my main damage dealer here is Lotan. And then I'm going to want a Keyflare bot. So let's look at what is a Keyflare bot. We look into them and we go into their enlightenments and we go into their psyche surge. And we can see here that one of their stats is Keyflare. If one of their stats is Keyflare, that means they scale as they start getting stronger and their level goes up, they get more Keyflare on their team. So if I go here to overview and I go to details, okay, Aegis has a Keyflare regen of 22.2. But if I go to Lotan and I click details, she has a Keyflare of 15. So the Keyflare bots create more of it. So that's why I want to have at least one of those on my team. I'm also trying to level up each one of these to level 50. All my damage dealers to level 50. It's a little bit hard to do. We'll see. So we want a damage dealer, and we want to raise their level up high. We want a Keyflare bot, which we have. And then we want a healer on the team. So if we use Caro, we're kind of cheating because then we get the Caro mechanic. And this is why I'm suggesting that you pull on the Caro standard banner, because now I have each team will have a healer on it. But Doll is also a healer. And then the last part is that we want to have a defender on the team if we can. If we can't, we just fill up the last spot with whatever color, because we are limited when we start to use 2 colors. We can't use 3. So I have to use a yellow and red unit last here. But this is your ideal setup. We have a damage dealer, we have an S-key bot, we have a healer, and we have a defender. Okay, so we go to the next team. So everybody gets these ones to start. So we have one S-key bot here. This S-key bot you don't get. Sorry. So she's one on our team, but we have a damage dealer, an S-key bot, a healer. She's also Caro, so it's also double dipping healer, and he's a shielder. Okay, we have a shielder slash healer first and a damage dealer. He's all of the things. We're going to flip him to getting blade. And then we have this one is a little unique, so I'm going to move Horla over here. So this one, we don't have an S-key bot, but what we do have is a wheel that gives you S-key. So this one you can get in the sediment shop, and everybody can unlock this. And you gain 125 Keyflare at the end of turn, and you gain 700 Keyflare after triggering death resistance. So you'd also want this in a team that you want to trigger death resistance. Well, that's why Feint's here. Trigger death resistance, get some Keyflare, and I have Feint here to help me trigger lots of death resistance. So they're adding the healing, so I don't need to worry about that. And both of these two are shielders. So this team is good. We go to the next one. I have an empty spot here. This is where my damage dealer is actually going, because my damage dealer is Mouchette. So now my S-key bot, let's move this around, is Ramona. And my healer is Helot, because again, she gives me the realm. And then my shielder is Nautila. Following that similar pattern, we now have a damage dealer who is Liz. We have our S-key bot who is Erica. We have our healer, which is Agrippa. And then we have our, this isn't a shielder. She's just a random unit. So this is the one that kind of breaks apart. And that's because I don't have any more Ultra or Caro units to put on. So I have to fill up the team with 4. So there's my last one. Okay, I strategically selected Liz because this week's DTide is purple rings. Liz is a really strong DPS once you have purple rings, but she's also a really strong DPS for standards, but she's complicated. But I wanted to show you how to use her. I also went and got her posse, so she's much better in Arc 1. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to start to look at covenants. So I need to go get the covenants for the Esky bots. Let's go do that. I'm going to go to Interlude. I'm going to go here. And I just unlocked that by beating Chapter 7. So we're going to go here in Chapter 7. And I have to go beat this thing first. So I will use my main team to beat it. And once I beat this, I get that Keyflare bot Covenant. So we'll use this to start. Beautiful. This is not that hard, as you can see. Their one life is already ready. I'm just using all this for the next little spot. Ooh, you summoned a whole bunch of little minions. Use a reload. Strike, strike. I'm gonna have to let it go. Maybe we'll tentacle slap them death? Yeah. Okay. So now I need enough to make a covenant. How many pieces do I get? I think it's... Oh, I got 4 pieces. Nice. And I got... This is 1 and this is 4. So I need 2, 3, 5, and 6. How many times do you think I can use this? Let's try just 3. Okay, because I'm trying to save my Menafin. Let's see if I got enough to make... Oh, I got another reward for that. So let's claim this reward. Just wherever it is, claim all. And now I'll claim this reward too. Now let's see if I can make that wheel. Or that covenant, sorry. Let's go up to my first team. Here's the person who'd be getting it. So we're going to go to set this. Confirm. All right. Eskybot. I want them to gain Keyflare. They're not doing damage. The only one that's kind of doing damage is Murphy, but I'm not going to build it around Murphy, even though she's on my main team. I'm going to build it for a general purpose Keyflare bot. So this one is Elmas region level. It's not really the greatest. This is crit damage. It's probably better for them to get crit rate. I wish there was another option here, but there isn't. So this is what I got to start. I'm just going to equip it. All right. Crit damage again. We'll just equip one. I don't have this, so I have to go draw some more. All right. So I might change what my first 2 are. I have to go back to this thing. Number 7, challenge. We'll reenact it. We'll do 1 just to see if I get it. So I needed number 3, I think. Right? And I think that's number 3, so I think I should be good. Back to my lineup. Go see this. Back to parts. Here. Did I get a new one here? I did, but it's just, again, Elmas. I got a new one here. Okay. Sigil yield. This helps me with getting parts with my units at the end of the turn. I can get more money, so I'm going to use that instead of crit damage. Okay, this is all support. Yes, I got this, so I will equip that. I'm hoping one is Keyflare. Yes, Keyflare on the Keyflare bot. This one will just do damage amplification, kind of helps out the whole team. And then this one will do Deathres to help me live. So now I have this. We're going to save this plan, and we're going to just call it Keyflare. Now, every single team is going to get this one. 1. You get a Keyflare Covenant. You get a Keyflare Covenant. Actually, you're going to get a different one. You're going to get this faint one, because I don't have a traditional Keyflare here. You're going to get Keyflare Covenant. And here, you're going to get the Keyflare Covenant. All right, they all got one. Now, if you saw, remember, I have the ability to put on the Deathres cuff. So I'm going to start to put those on. So this is my shielder / lots of other great stuff. So she gets one of those. Here's my shielder. You get one of those. All right, you already have one on Horla. I need to go make a second one, which I'm going to go do right now. And then we will put one onto Lay. Because I'm going to actually do something different with Kekus. Because I'm going to go get a wheel for, or Covenant for. I might actually do one also for Doll too. That's a little different. But we'll do this way because you can see the basic way to make sure that we maximize our team. So all of our Defenders get this Deathres Cub. Now what we're going to go do is go get another Deathres Cub because I want to have 2 of them on my team. So I have to go find that one, which is here, I believe, right? Burial Grounds. Yep. Okay, so we're going to challenge this. I can get a little bit more. So I'll challenge this one. Again, main team. Oh, and my main team, Murphy, needs to get her Keyflare bot. Oh, I have a harder minion to kill. Oh, it's just 1 life. And you do all that. Done. And we're going to reenact this. We'll do the whole 2. And now we're going to see if I can make a second. Oh, challenge. Oh, no, not challenge. We want this, the rewards. Claim all. We're going to see if I can make a second one on the team. So I will go to, oh, well, first I'll give her also her Keyflare. Go back here and we'll see if we can make for Doll a second Keyflare or a second Burial Grounds. Don't know if I can yet. All right. So Oyear has the better option. So now this one, we're just going to be trying to do whatever we can. So this is 1. We have another one. I have a 3rd one. I have this. So I have options here. I'm going to make a Keyflare. I have this one. And then I have the last one. Perfect. So I'm going to save this plan. It's not using any of the ones that Oyear is using. And we're going to call this Burial 2. Burial 2. I don't know if I spelled that right. That's fine. I think it's not with an E, it's A. Yes. So let's edit that. 2. Okay. So now on a lot of my team, I'm going to put Burial 2 on them. I'll just use this right now for Kekas, and then we'll figure this out later. Okay. Faint gets 1. Helot is going to get 1. And then on this team, Kezia gets 1. Okay. So now for Liz, I know that she wants one that helps her gain damage amplification, which is called Steppenwolf. So let's go find Steppenwolf for her, which is in a store. It's in the exchange store, and it's actually the one that just costs you money. So I'm going to try to get 6, and hopefully I get enough to make a covenant. I'm going to guess I didn't because I don't have 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 5. That sucks. So this is a part to notice, is that I'm going to have to wait another day to get to roll and pull up more of that covenant. This is part of your preparation. Or I can pay for the store, but that kind of eats a lot of my script, which I'm not going to have that much script left. So I need to just be preparing that I'm going to have to farm this over multiple days in order before I can play DTide. So with this one, she's a damage dealer. I want crit rate. Or did I get enough? No, see, that doesn't there. And I would like to find damage amp as the ideal one, and 6. So I'm missing these 2 pieces, and I'll have to pull on it tomorrow to try to get it. So she's going to stay with this like partially done one. The last ones here are for Salvador and for low 10. I'm going to get April Praise, but I have to beat chapter 8 boss. And then for Tinkt, it's going to be a little bit, maybe I want even a 3rd set of burial. So I might even go do that for her. But for Salvador, right? And for Lotan, I want April Praise, which is the one that I get from, this is this part, beating chapter 8 right here. So, or April Tribute. They changed the name. So I will do that after I beat the chapter 8 boss before I do my DTide run. But again, this is just all the preparing for it. Now we're going to look at something else, which is we'll go to my main team, and then Vortis gets her own plan. So she gets hers. Okay, we'll go to my main team, and we're going to have to do some stuff afterwards. We're going to equip their wheels later. I already started to do some, but I'm going to show you how to choose their wheels. I'll leave these ones on. Those ones are empty, and these ones are empty. Okay. So on the main team, we have these things here that you probably like, what is this? So this are their talents, and I haven't touched it yet, but I will now. So this was the thing that I was telling you want to buy because you want to be able to build up their Soulforged aptitude. So now let's read what her Soulforged aptitude does. This talent is effective only in the Arc 2 stuff, which DTide is Arc 2, okay? So her health, her attack, and defense are all increased by 3%, and then every time I level this up, so I'm going to just activate it. Okay, and I'll activate it 2. And you can see now that her constitution attack, so that's her health, her attack, and defense are all raised by 6. They gain 100 Keyflare. If I go one more level, right, they gain 150 Keyflare, but they gain 100 Keyflare upon their first rouse. Vortex Shell, so that's my pursuit, or my hot tomato. The base fixed damage is increased by 92%. Look, every time I level this up, it does more. Vortices removes the fortress and temporary fortress effects before unleashing Exalt. Okay, and then if successfully removed, this crit's damage is increased by 23%. So that's one side of it. The other side up here is that they gain ailments after the exploration starts. So they start already like with charge. This is also really expensive. Look, that's 108. That's half, like that's a big chunk of my money. So I'm not going to buy any of these things. And it also costs a lot, big parts of the potions. I'm just going to focus on Sulfur Aptitude. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try to get all of my damage dealers to 5, but we'll see if I have enough of this pieces to actually do that. I don't know. So one of my damage dealers, right, is I'm borrowing, so I don't need to worry about that. But all of their talents, let's just go to 2. 1, 2. Okay, the next one, I'm just going to, rather than do it this way, I'm going to just go into the Awaker mode. The next one's Salv. Talents, 1, 2. Okay, and then my last one is Liz. Details, talents, 1, 2. Okay, cool. So now all 4 of these have it to 2. Let's go up. We'll use my main team first. We'll get them to 5. I'm going to be aggressive. These ones, which are the big pieces, I'm only going to use on my main team. I'm not going to use them on my little team for now. But I got the first damage dealer to 5. We'll get him up. 3, 4, 5. Okay, he's done. Now we'll go to Liz, because I know she's going to do more damage than Loten because of this DTide. 1, 4, 5. Okay, she's done. And then the last one, we're going to go to Loten. Sorry, my dog's barking in the background. And then we're going to do one. The other dogs were barking in the neighborhood, and she has to join the choir. All right, so now all of my main damage dealers have 5, which is awesome. I can start to level these up for Arc 2 pieces, but now I'm going to look at my main team just so that I can actually do Arc 2 when I beat Chapter 9. I'm going to get Murphy here. Her talents, I'm going to give her 1, 2, 3. Okay, so she's got 3, and then we're going to faint 3 as well. This is now the hybrid between not only building up your DTide teams, but your main teams. So I can keep going here for get the Soul Forge higher for her, but I'm going to leave that alone for right now because I'm not going to use these ones. I'm going to go back to using these pieces. And let's go get all my S-key bots up to 3. So she's already at 3. So my next S-key bot is Aegeus. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to be able to get all of them. That's fine. Okay, so Aegeus is done. Let's do Ramona because she's pretty common that I'll use her. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I'm getting low. All right, and then I have Erica as last or Horla. I'm going to use Horla because she's just an awesome unit. As much as I love Erica. 2, 3. And then I can maybe do like 1 or 2 on Erica. You can see how much I'm already out. Yeah, 2. So I'm out of all of those units. Ooh, what? Oh, I can convert these down. I'm not going to convert these down. These are hard to get. They take a really long time. To get your final damage dealer like up, it's like a few weeks of saving to get this to 10. So don't break those down. Just wait and slowly get them up. What I did do is that all of my teams for DTide, every single one has 5 as the minimum. So all my units have 5 as the minimum. And then my damage dealers are the ones that are getting the higher numbers. But we're going to start there. So that's a pretty good spot for all of our teams. Okay, I still have to get their covenants all done, but now I have to look at their wheels. So I just know some of their wheels well. So we're going to go with low tin. She's going to get actually the wheel with the mouse. Okay, and then she likes to do, so all of my damage units I'm going to try to use. Oh, in arc 2, these wheels are better than these wheels. So arc 1, we like the brown wheels, and arc 2, we like these wheels. So we're going to try to use up all of these wheels before we use up any other wheel. So Lone likes to do a lot of strikes, and you can see this is a crit rate built. So she's going to get those two. Vortis is going to get what Vortis wants because she's the main damage dealer on my team. So wait, I don't like that one going there. It's just my own personal preference. I like this one first. And then here is the hard one. I either put a Realm Mastery one on her. Maybe this. Increase the base damage of the wielder's command card. She doesn't do damage, so I don't need to put that on there. Her Exalt is kind of nice. No, not really need that. After killing an enemy, the wielder gains 20 ailments and 1% crit damage. I wonder if this will work. But this is the Realm Mastery one, right? After wielder Exalt, all people get that. Yeah, she's not going to get that. Let's switch this out. Let's see what the other Realm Mastery one is. Realm. Okay, is this Realm Mastery? No. Yeah, by Realm. It doesn't do... Oh, no, it's by Realm, not Realm Mastery. Where's Realm Mastery? Rarity, digit, Realm Mastery. Okay. So we'll actually give her Sig wheel. This is her SR wheel. We'll put that on. It's not super powerful, but it's one that gives her Realm Mastery, so we're good. Now, there's a special thing that's down here. So these people have their stuff. Well, I also selected their posse. So she gets Tiny Wish. She gets her signature one. This Chapter 7 posse is great for Salvador to duplicate his stuff. So that's there. This one's for Mouchette, but I might actually switch it to here now for Mouchette because I can get more Arithmetica. That'll be good. So I'll use Mouse. And then for Liz, I went and got Liz posse. Now this is a special one with Liz. Liz needs a lot of cards in your hand. So I know I'm going to actually use this wheel that gives me +2 hand size on Erica. Okay. And then there is a special wheel that I want for Erica. I'm going to go buy it. So I'm going to just write that down, that note. Buy wheel. Buy Erica wheel. Okay. So another person. So this team is a poison team. You haven't seen that yet. So Liz does really well with this Chains Unbound. So I have the second damage dealer best wheel. I'm going to put that on her. And then on Agrippa, I'm going to give her the one that does this part of damage, or does poison, so she's good. And then I'm not too sure about this teams with the SR wheels. We have our so him I might be able to go buy his standard wheel. This one I know I can't buy, unfortunately. So now does Aegis want this wheel, or am I going to give it to Murphy? I think I'm going to give it to Murphy. So we're going to hold off on that. I'm going to go to Murphy, and she's going to get the Ramona wheel. Ramona's not going to get her own wheel. Okay. She's going to get her Sig wheel. He's going to get his Sig wheel. Okay, that's done. She's going to get her Sig wheel. And she is going to be more of the counter bot. So I'm going to give her... Where's her Sig wheel? Her Sig wheel's here. I'm going to give her the counter SR one. Plus it's Deathres. So that helps her out a lot. With her, did I get her Sig wheel? I did. So we'll just put her Sig wheel on for now. I also have Daph's wheel. Okay, this is another one. Oh, I have this wheel too. Okay, Miss the Downpour is also pretty big. Where's my poison team? Okay, on this wheel, I haven't picked anyone for these people yet. Okay, so Nautila can't use her Sig because that's now with a different team. So I'm going to give her this wheel? Was that what I was thinking for there? No, I'm going to give her Wanda's wheel because this helps to gain counters. So now I also have a counter wheel and another counter unit. Okay, I don't think I have another Keyflare wheel because this does damage amplification. This also is another damage amplification. So this is Helot's original wheel. This is G-Lot's wheel. So on Helot herself, I'm going to put G-Lot's wheel. On Chapter 5, here, Kazia likes her own wheel, but we don't have it. But it's a poison team, so we're going to put this wheel on, because not only does it do damage amplification, which helps the whole team out, but it also gains Arithmetica, so we're going to do that. So she gets that wheel. Okay, I have a blank spot for Ramona. And Taint can get her Sig wheel. We're good. This one's all done. And this one, ooh, there's a lot here. Okay. We're going to go shopping and go see what I can buy from the store. All right, so from the store, right? I got nothing in this. And this is, so I'm just looking at my health, but this is an S key wheel, and I need another S key wheel, so I'll buy one. Okay. So now I have one. Right? I don't need to have a lot of copies, I just have one because I'm saving this for when the reset happens and I get more of these things. Okay, but that's what you should be doing, but because this, I don't know how long I'll keep playing this account, I'm going to do this to help see, how many do I get? I don't know, buy it. 3,000. I don't think I have enough to buy what I need to buy. All right, in the badge shop, I want copies of the units that I'm going to be using. So I want 3 of Lotan. She's the big one to start. Okay, the next one is I want Ogier. I want 3 of him. And then do I have enough for 3 of Doll? I think I do, so I'm just going to buy all 3 of them. Done. They're all done. And then I'm going to leave this alone. This is still a good, since I have it, I'm going to actually buy this for Salvador. This is still a good one, right? Because I'm not crazy on what this is. Crit damage. After releasing a posse, the wielder gains 30% temporary crit rate. Yeah, so this is a good one for Salvador. I'm going to just go to 12. And then I'll put that on Salv as a thing. Okay. I want this for Ogier, but I can't afford it yet. But the nice part is that DTide actually gives me these hearts. And I want this for Doll. So because I know that I can buy these 2 from the store, I'm going to buy them. I'm going to play everybody else first, all my 4 other teams, get some black hearts, and then come back and buy these 2 for my last team. But there's also another wheel that I need here for Erica, which is the Tawa wheel. I'm going to buy one of them because I don't want to use up those things because I need those other ones for the other teams. All right, the Dejeweled. I spent this to be able to get it, but I was hoping to get Aegius's wheel. And I don't have enough for Aegius's wheel. I don't think I'll get any more, but I'll hold on to this. I won't buy these cores, but this is just the thing for you to see that sometimes you buy these things. So I bought these cores and I bought these 2 out. Obviously, these 2 are great, but I bought these cores and now that kind of messed me up without buying Aegius's wheel. But you still have 23 days to buy a copy of it, so you're fine. I can also buy shards of those units and the other wheels as well. This is a great wheel that just does general crit rate. But the reason, okay, well, we're going to go here and we're going to enlighten all those people I just did. Got 1, 2. So this is why I'm looking at the enlightenments. So now they're all E3 to help me with the DTide level. Enlighten this. Okay, and then the last one. Alright, so one of the reasons why, or the main reason why I have so many wheels that I can put on everybody, like not only I bought this one, but this was all wheel gel. Because I was just pulling for a wheel for so long, I got so many wheels that I can use. She doesn't have, oh, now I bought the S-key wheel, right? So I can put this one on Ramona. Now she has one. Okay, and then I'll look at the brown wheels a little bit later because I have to kind of just worry about a little bit making up with the team. And I'll fill in the rest of the wheels, but I'll show you that rather than talking about it out loud, a lot of stuff. I'll figure it out and then I'll talk about it when they're all ready to go right before DTide, which is going to be the intermission between chapter 8 and 9. This is the intermission between 7 and 8. So you got a little bit of the prep work of what you need to do. Now, the next big goal of mine is to try to pull some more E3s. I have to level up their cards as well, which is going to be expensive. I don't know whose cards I can level up. I'm going to focus on the damage dealers first. So luckily I have 2 of them already leveled. And then I have to do Liz. Let's just do Liz right now since she's here. We'll do Liz and Ket. So these are expensive. Luckily, Liz is one of the things that's in Arc 2, Chapter 3. I got all of her pieces, which is awesome. Now let's see what pieces does Lotan need. So I'm just curious about that so I don't mess this up. For her skills, she also uses the same thing. This doesn't show me. Oh, so she uses the things that Faint uses, and I have a little bit of those. So I want her Exalt up, and I'm also okay with using the parts that Feint uses. These are the other two really good cards for Loten, so I'm going to get both of them up. And if I can get them both to 3, I'm pretty good. And let's try to get them both to 4. The problem is that I'm using up this all for my damage dealer, and then all my other teammates are going to suck. But we'll just get her to 2. I'm going to save a bunch of this for the rest of the other teammates. That's pretty good. Now let's go back to Liz. And we'll get Liz up while I have her here. So for her skills, this is the biggest one that I want up. So I'm just going to go hard on this because this is all of her damage. All right, I can't go higher than that. This one just gives me more shield, so I don't actually need to get it high. This one increases my temporary strength when I exalt her. So again, I'll get that as high as I can. I don't know why it says 1, even though it's like level 3 now. Or I did that on Moth. Oops, I did the wrong one. I need to reach... They won't let me go higher than... Oh, they will. 1, 2... We'll do 3. I'm going to save these. I can't use these stones, right? These stones are really precious. So I have to watch going too much on them. I need that for my main team. I kind of maybe was just a little over-eager and clicked it too fast. Okay, and then if I can get all of her cards to level 3, that's going to be my main goal for most of my rest of my units, is everybody else gets their cards to 3. And I'll focus on that later, but you just saw my damage dealers got the most priority. Everybody else is leftovers. Okay, so that's me starting to build up my main team. And then my S-key bots also got all of theirs at least to 3. And then I'll focus on some of the key cards I want to play throughout the battles. I'll level those up, but I'm going to try to see if I can get all of these cards, not their exalts, not this big number here, but these ones after here, all to 3. But I might not have enough materials to do it. So that's fine. As long as some people, like as long as my damage dealer has it, I should be good. This team's really strong, right? Because there's 2 main team units. Same with this team. It has 2 main team units, so I don't need to worry about their cards. This one has nobody on my main team, so I'm going to need to do stuff. And here I just built up Liz. All right. That's the basic part of starting my DTide prep. Now I need to get some of this done. I need to get... Oh, I got Salvador's. I forgot to show that one. So we're going to go get Salv's plan, which is this heart thing here. We're going to use that one for him. Okay, damage dealer. I didn't really get a damage dealer one. We'll equip this one. These also aren't, but I think it does. Which does he scale with? Let's go read what Salv scales with. Up here, nope, the next one. So for every sigil yield attribute, the maximum Crimson Furnace increases by 15%. So he scales with sigil yield. So let's go on his covenant. We're going to give him sigil yield. So the first one, okay, wait, I have to filter it again for the Crimson Pulse, confirm. So the first one's not that. This is sigil yield, so it helps him. This one is crit rate. We'll take that. This one, these don't really help him too much. We'll take Realm Mastery. These ones, again, this is damage amplification. We'll take that. And I didn't get this. So I have to go farm that a bit some more. In the store, back to here. Where was the... It's in badges. I have lots of badges. I'm okay with using some of this. All right, but I want to save them because technically I can buy these in 1 month, in 23 days, right? This is going to reset, and then I have those badges to use. There'll come a point where I don't have enough badges to actually buy out all the units. So you want to hold off on like going to town in that space. Claim again. Let's go back, see if I can make Salvador his line done. So I have to filter this again. Okay, number 6. Oh, didn't get it. Okay, let's see if I get number 6 piece. So I have to go back to the store. It's badges. Let's do 9 of them. Okay, number 6 piece, line up. Did you get it? This is Crimson Pulse, perfect. So I'm going to either Realm Mastery or Damage Amplification. I'll take the Realm Mastery to help him gain more Crimson Furnace. Okay, so now I'm going to save this plan as just Salv because it's his. Okay, so Salv has one, and now I need to go get one for Loten, but I'm going to do that after chapter 8. But we're almost there. Everybody has a covenant. We have these Deathres covs. Every Esky bot has their covenant. We're good. Okay, so that's the beginning part. And then for Liz, I have to buy this when the day resets. All right, I hope that helps you out with starting to plan your initial teams and your initial covenants.